So there might come a time where you want to modify your project so that your game logic is split out from your Korge code. For example, like this. So you have your game logic here, and then you might want to split it out. If, for example, you plan on writing some server code or some client code that also depends on that game logic, but not necessarily your Korge dependencies. So in this video, I'll be showing you a way that you can do this by using the Gradle dependency stuff. I'm not really sure what the correct terminology is, but yeah, we're going to be creating a project and then having it be a dependency of our own Korge project. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with this Korge Hello World project, and we are just going to create a new project which represents our demo game logic. Okay, and for this, it'll be Kotlin, and let's have it be a library that is multi-platform because Korge itself is multi-platform. And this looks pretty good, so JDK 17, next, and finish. Okay, so we are done here. And then afterwards, we can go ahead and try to create some kind of random package here. Let's go ahead and do xenotactic demo dot demo. And then, for example, let's say that inside of this class here, we have a systems folder, which may contain some kind of game logic system. Let's go ahead and create a new file. Let's do wavelogic.kt. All right, sometimes you might run into this issue where it says IntelliJ couldn't parse your Gradle stuff because there was some kind of bug. And for this, it's a really easy issue to solve. Go on settings, search for Gradle, and then look for the build execution deployment, build tools, and Gradle. Then we want to change this to, I think using the JetBrains runtime version usually works better, so I just change it to that. And then once you click apply, then it should be able to rebuild correctly. So we have to go on here, and then we have to run this load Gradle changes thing. So now it's going to load, and it should take a little while. So while we do that, let's go ahead and write up our waveLogic here. So this will be a class. It's called waveLogic, and then we'll just have a very simple function that says fun run, and let's just do return hello world for now, and this will return a string. Okay, cool. So yeah, we now see that this this project has finished building, and so we have our waveLogic here. So now all we have to do is publish it to this thing called mavenLocal. And I think in order to include mavenLocal, we have to specify something in the plugins. Let me just see real quick what I had to do. So here, maven publish. So we have to include this ID maven publish thing. And what this does is it provides us with a task. It adds a task that allows us to publish our project into the mavenLocal directory. So let's go ahead and load the script, and then reload the Gradle changes. Right, so now we have this publishing task here. So if you go ahead and go in here, there's a bunch of different commands. Oh yeah, before we have to do this, we have to specify our group name first. So usually the group name is whatever project you want it to fall under. So usually it could be com.xenotactic.demo. Then for version, let's just do 1.0.0. Okay, so yeah, now that looks pretty good. And all we have to do is run publish to mavenLocal. So it's going to take a few seconds to run. And then after it runs, we will be able to include it into our Korge Hello World project. Okay, so let me just go on the Korge Hello World first. So in the Hello World project, you'll usually have a build.gradle.kts file. The way that Korge does the Gradle stuff is a bit confusing to me. I don't really fully understand it. But what we do in order to add a dependency is we go on this Korge thing, and then usually I look for the Kotlin X serialization example. So if you go look in here, you can copy this line and modify it so that we can use it to include our new dependency. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, don't need this. And then here in this dependency notation is where we are going to input our mavenLocal project. So let me see if it finished building. Okay, it didn't finish building yet, but it will basically be whatever group name you provided, which is this. So com.xenotactic .demo. Then we have to add a colon. Then we need to include the project name itself. So demo game logic. Demo game logic. Then another colon, and then the version itself. So let me just reformat this so it's clear. So it looks kind of like that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look. Okay, so finish running. And then to actually check whether the files were successfully published to mavenLocal, what you can do is go on your project folders here, go on .m2, and then here is where your mavenLocal dependencies will be published. So we go on repository, and then in this case, it's at the com Xenotactic, and we have our demo project. And you see here that it has been published, and it is the 1.0.0 version. So cool. This is how we can verify that the the publish to mavenLocal worked correctly. Okay, so let's go back on our Korge Hello World project. So we got this specified, and now when we run it, it should just work, and we should be able to reference our demo game logic project files dependency. And the way that you can check is by going in this external libraries drop down, and then if we scroll down, we should be able to see our project stuff somewhere. So here it is, com.xenotactic.demo demo game logic. All right, so let's see if we can reference that file. So we had the wave system, right, or wave logic. Wait, what was it called? Demo, yeah, it was called wave logic. Wave logic and .run. So let's go ahead and print this out and see whether it works. Oh, I accidentally ran this. So I was supposed to run this project instead. So I need to do run JVM here. Okay, and then it's running, and cool, we see hello world here. Oh yeah, something that I noticed is that it doesn't actually import our com.xenotactic thing, and I think it's because we didn't correctly package it. So back in our demo game logic here, we had to include a package, and it needed to be this thing, com.xenotactics.demo.systems. Yeah, I think that's it. Xenotactic. And yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. And then let's add another method fun foo, and we can have this return a number, return 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and rerun it. So publish to mavenLocal. Then hopefully the changes should be seen instantaneously when we go back on our Korge Hello World project. So yeah, now it says it's unresolved, and that's because it needs to be imported from the right package. So now it's in the correct com.xenotactic.demo.systems package. And let's go ahead and also print out, or actually I need to do this, wave logic equals this wave logic, and let's also do foo. Okay, so if I run this, it should work correctly. Yep, we got our hello world and our 1, 2, 3. So yeah, this is an example of how you can basically have your Korge project depend on your dependencies from your mavenLocal repository, and how you can create your own like little game logic project that you can publish to the mavenLocal repository. Yeah, is there anything else that I want to talk about? Nope, not really. Okay, yeah, I hope this is useful to some of y'all, and have a great day.